Hello, I'm Andrew, and I thought let's start this with getting to know me a little. You know, if you're going to be watching my videos, you may as well know a bit about me before I begin. So yeah, let's find out a bit about me, shall we? So I am 31 at the time of recording this. I am happily married to my lovely, gorgeous wife, Helen. Hence the seat is rather colourfully dressed in girly colours. Thanks for that, Helen. So I studied product design at university, which is a bit weird because I now work as a coder and 3D designer for a firm doing interactive training technology. To which I tell a lot of my friends, and it's basically like Barney in How I Met Your Mother saying, yeah, whatever, whenever somebody asks him what he does. It's not an easy job to explain, but I also make music. You can find some of my older music on YouTube. I'm sure you'll find a playlist on the channel with all of my music on it to date. And I'm working on some new stuff that is completely different. It's a lot more chilled. When that will come out, I don't know. I don't want to make any promises because I honestly don't know. But at some point, I'm sure you'll see something come from me. Yeah, I also design all sorts of stuff. I have my own design business on the side, designing graphics, logos, you know what, video editing. Ding. But yeah, that's the boring stuff. Yeah, but most of the time I like to enjoy either playing video games or spending time with Helen. And we have been to all sorts of places. We own way too many holidays. It costs way too much money. We need to stop doing that, Helen. I'm sure we won't. She won't let me. Yeah, we've not that long actually had passports, believe it or not. So we've only been away. I've only been away on business, really, and I've managed to take Helen away to one destination abroad and one that isn't really abroad, but did require flying, so you know, she counts it as being abroad, even though it's not. But yeah, so we're not, every holiday that we've been on so far has been in the UK, from Cornwall, Wales, Scotland, East Coast, South Coast, you name it, we've been there. There's very few places, very few tourist destinations that we haven't been to yet. But we love it in Wales. We absolutely love it in Wales. Everybody moans that it rains, but we find that it doesn't rain that often. And when it does, it kind of rains in the morning, and then by the afternoon, it's nice and sunny. It hits that weather comes in from the sea, goes over the mountains, and then once it's gone over the mountains, that's it for the rest of the day. And it's lovely. And if you go in the middle of summer, it's warm. So what's wrong? What else is there that I can tell you about me? When we first started going out, Helen asked me a very good question, which is always a question that somebody asks you of what your favourite colour is. And my favourite colour doesn't stay. It's not one colour. I have a range of different colours that are my favourite colours, and it all depends on the time of the year, the daylight, the sunset, that sort of stuff, as to which colours I like the most. Because I like blues and greens, but I also like oranges and reds and yellows. It all depends on where the colour's coming from rather than the actual colour. For instance, I really love the orange of leaves as they're about to fall off the tree. That really bright, vibrant orange, especially during a sunrise or a sunset. It's a really intense orange and I love that colour. But then I also love the bright green of like the leaves and the grass and everything in the middle of summer, when it's that really vibrant kind of colour. And I love the tranquil blue of the sea. And I couldn't pick out of those three colours one colour. I wouldn't be able to tell you that. And I couldn't tell Helen that. again, favourite movie, if I was to try and pick a favourite movie, with the amount we go and see, would be impossible. I really like the Fast and Furious franchise. I really like Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, both of which we've seen recently, so they're fresh in my memory. But I also really liked The Matrix, and I don't care what anybody says, I liked all three. Just putting it out there. 3 wouldn't have worked without 2, and 1 was probably the best film I'd ever seen up until that point. But then there's been loads of films out since. It's so hard to pick. I love all the Avengers and all of those sorts of movies. Music-wise, my favourite band was always Linkin Park, but over the years that's kind of changed a bit. Right now I'm listening to Linkin Park, I'm listening to Paramore, and I love both of those. But I listen to all sorts of stuff. Ed Sheeran's new album was really good. Rag and Bone Man's new album was really good. So I started off listening to kind of heavier rock music and sort of pop punk and that sort of stuff, but it's moved well outside of that now into much more other stuff. So that's a little about me. I think that's probably a good place to kind of end the video. We don't want it going on too long. If you'd like to know anything else, don't forget to comment below, and I will maybe do a video all about that particular subject. Or if you'd like to know more about a particular thing that I've talked about, then I'm happy to talk about it. Next door is chopping trees down or killing somebody, I don't know. But that's really annoying, so it's a really good place to stop the video. Do subscribe to the channel, there will be more videos coming out soon, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye. Alright, sack boy.